So our partnerships are very important. What we're building out at Cerebral Gaming is, our whole brand image, what our ethos is bridging gaming into the crypto, the Web3 space. But we want to do that in two segments of our business model. First off, like Clay mentioned, Versus Gaming is a very valuable and probably one of our largest partnerships yet. They're affiliated with Ubisoft, EA, and
Oh,
Riot
really?
Gaming. Yeah, they're direct partners with Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, and Riot Gaming,
Holy
and
moly.
so that's an incredible partnership. They have an
That's
amazing
great.
team over there. So we're going to be working with them as we build out further, and we're also going to be collaborating with them on their own stuff. That'll be super exciting stuff to come down the road. We can't even go into that yet. So lots of great stuff there. And that's how we help to start building our esports brand out, is by hosting these tournaments, getting community involvement. We're going to have nice prize pools at every tournament. Plus, holders of our token are going to have a lot of benefits as reduced entry fees for tournaments. So you're not going to have to pay out as much. Currently, our tournaments are free of charge. You can enter free of charge and have access at our cash pool. We're not taking any money. Everyone has equal opportunity. So that's really great right now. But down the road, we will have, paid entry tournaments. Now, that subscription, how we're going to figure that out has not yet been determined, but it will be very soon. But holders will get a lot of different benefits holding our token or NFTs for access to those tournaments as we build out those partnerships. And now more on the traditional gaming side with Versus, that's going to help us with our brand awareness and building out our stream team. So Cerebral Gaming, we will be signing streamers at certain levels, starting with Apex, and we'll branch out from there. And we're actually looking at other models of different streamers as well. It doesn't maybe have to be directly attached to gaming, but that's further down the roadmap. But allowing users and streamers to mutually benefit. So we'll be building a bridge basically to allow streamers that are building an audience, and we're going to reward users by viewing these streamers. And that goes down to one of our big projects that we had a fun talk with our devs today. Clay, do you want to get in and talk a little bit about what we're building for streamers and the system that we're building on the back end?
Yeah, man. So the system that we're building is basically an attention token for viewers on Twitch. And what it does is it rewards people for their time for watching the streamers that we tell them to watch on Twitch. Along with that, it also provides a service to streamers by giving them viewers that are incentivized to watch them. So it's kind of a win-win for both the streamers and the viewers on Twitch. And we're creating it to be a service as well for smaller and medium-sized streamers that would like to garner some new viewers. So we're gonna have our own team of streamers that we sign on full time to Cerebral Gaming that are going to be content creators for us on both Twitch and YouTube. But then we're going to have a completely separate service, like what I just talked about, where these smaller to mid-sized streams on Twitch are going to be able to pay us for advertising their product, their stream basically, on our website, and they'll get a reserved spot for a certain period of time that they pay for. So essentially, they're going to pay us using our token to use our platform and get whitelisted for a certain period of time for our attention token system. What people will do is they'll go to our website, they'll see all of the current streamers that are live streaming on our platform, and they'll select the one that they want to watch. And any of those that are showing up on our website will have rewards available to them. And it's going to be structured in a way that the more viewers somebody has, the less rewards they're going to be like divvied out to those viewers. So we really want to incentivize growth of smaller channels by bumping up the rewards a little bit and incentivizing people to go and watch those streamers that have a little bit less of an audience than those with a higher tier audience. So
that is really cool. I like that, helping grow the streaming base. That's really neat.
Yeah, I mean, so it really is like a full circle though, because you're okay. Streamers are going to be getting more viewers through the reward system of viewers that are watching those streamers. And then on top of that, we're going to have a tipping system. So people will be able to go and tip their favorite streamers on Twitch as long as they have their MetaMask integrated with our website. They can be tipped in any HRC20 token on the Harmony blockchain.
Really? That's really cool.
Yeah. So we're also going to be building these systems for like graphics on their streams themselves. That way they'll get notifications when somebody tips them in an HRC20 token on their stream. So we're building all of this directly on our website because we really want to stay in line with the terms of service of Twitch and make sure that we're not, breaking any of their rules. So we're building all of this third party on our website for that specific reason, making sure that we're in line with their TOS. And then also, we really want our website to be the focal point of what it is that we're building at Cerebral Gaming. We want it to have all of the information required for people to get involved in the organization that we're building. So that's what we're building. We had a great conversation with our backend dev today, and they told us that the first iteration, basically a proof of concept for our backend system, is going to be available this coming weekend. So we're further along than we expected in development, and we're super pumped about that. But yeah, thanks, Nick.
Yeah, as always. Just so you guys know, my name's Nick, aka Business Time. I'm behind the host account. I'm kind of the lead marketing guy in our esports development. Clay, of course, is our founder. And then we also have Kuba. He's our business development. He actually is on vacation with family at the moment. He'll be rejoining us next week. So glad that you guys came out. And one of the big focuses right now is the community development and engagement. That's really big for us. This is a passion project for us. None of us are making money, and we're not trying to profit off the community or anything like that. Sure, we do have long-term business goals, of course. Anyone would be silly not to put their own time in and not make something off of it. But
please make something off of it. That's the only way I know you're going to stay invested.
Well, that as well. But we want to invest for our users, so that's a lot of the things. So as we build out like our stream team, for example, certain ad revenues that our streamers for our stream team make are going to be contractually committed back to us. But we're going to have a full-time team marketing our signed streamers. So we're going to be handling all the graphic work, all their social media work, up to an extent, that is. It depends on the size of streamer. But we're going to handle all of that for them. And so let's say they're in-stream overlays, which Clay mentioned on, like, hey, you've been tipped this, you've been tipped that. Like you said, though, we also have to be very careful with Twitch's terms of service and things like that. But portions of those revenues that we make back from the streamers on our team are going to be used to buy back and do, I wouldn't say a profit sharing, but something along those lines. Got to be very careful how we discuss any of that stuff with regulations. But there will be incentives, let's put it that way, for people to hold our token. And it's going to incentivize all groups all around. And another great thing, as we build out the stream team, as we build out our tipping service. And I'm really excited myself to see our back-end service this weekend to see what's been done after our meeting with our devs today. It's definitely moving a lot faster than I expected. So that's super exciting. But as we get these people more involved and we get them to sign up, we're going to have a lot of educational things as well on the crypto side. A lot of people will be new to setting up a MetaMask or what wallet works best for our Wallet Connect, things like that. We want to be there for our users, educate them. And so on the other side of our partnerships outside traditional gaming, we're looking into a lot of GameFi projects. And we are very, very strategically and being very careful as well, selecting what GameFi partnerships currently on the Harmony blockchain, but we're actually exploring other chains as we do want to be chain agnostic overall. But we're being very careful. And we've also made it a requirement for any new projects going forward, they have to be fully doxed internally to this Cerebral Gaming team. We are fully doxed. You can visit our website. You'll see our images, our real names. We're not hiding anything. And I think that Clay and so many people across the crypto community, yes, there is that fear, oh, I'm doxed. Someone could come after me in a project. But we're not building something that we're trying to take anything from anyone. We're trying to build community. And so we're not afraid to share our names. We want to be out there. We want people to trust our project. And we want the same from our partners. And so if our partners are not comfortable being publicly doxed, we're going to make sure that they are doxed to us. We want to know who they are, where they live, what they do, their background. And we want to build that sense of security because as we onboard new users from traditional gaming, that's one of the big things they're worried about. You know, like crypto, oh, some of that's shady. There's a lot of shady stuff that goes on in crypto. So we're not going to directly endorse projects and sell them to people coming over from traditional gaming, but we can at least say, hey, we've done our due diligence. Here's our partners who we trust. If you want to dabble in, DeFi or GameFi, here's who we like. We're not going to say go here, go there, but we can at least educate and bring over that knowledge to them. And
So I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Is it possible? So Elon, right, with his recent Twitter purchase, has a plan to essentially verify all humans, so filter out bots. And do you think there's a plan or a possibility of integrating the Twitter verification process into Cerebral Gaming and making that the way that it could essentially verify individuals or dox them within the project?
That's a great question. Can you elaborate further on
his plan? Yeah. So Elon's plan is like, there's a big thing that with him about verification being something every human being should be able to do, like the check mark, actually verifying you're a human being and who you are is who you say you are. And he wants to distinguish that from public personnel. So there will still be like a public figure distinction that he wants, but he's saying specifically wants to make it to be able to distinguish bots versus humans truly, and be able to see that if someone's representing themselves as they are, that's who they say they are, and that is who they are.
Honestly, Clay, please hop in here, but this is actually something one of our devs brought up. So we have 2 full-time devs. Well, I wouldn't say full-time, but for us, they are full-time. We have a Web 2 and back-end dev, and then we have our Solidity dev. And that actually came up. So the reason I asked for you to clarify is, at what point do you mean verification? Now, if we're looking at, so let's say we're going to have a streamer that we're promoting and we're rewarding users to go into their Twitch stream and be active in their community and chat. And that's what some of our algorithms that are one of our devs is working on. And that's near completion and ready for that test run internally. We do need to check and make sure there's not bots getting in there and coming after our token, our attention token, because that would be detrimental for the community, for holders, for everyone involved. That's something we've discussed. I don't think we have an outline exactly how that's going to work, but it's definitely on the radar. As far as verifying streamers and things like that, that's going to be pretty straightforward because no one can get on and just stream if they're a bot. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, that's pretty easy. I meant more just like not necessarily for participation with like obviously the main team. You guys are all publicly doxed anyway. I mean just like associated partners and everything like that, making it so that there's a pretty decent amount of method for participation from the community as and having it still be verified participation, right? Not just essentially, potentially some unwanted participation from either bots or figures that we wouldn't like as part of it, right?
oh no, absolutely. So on the traditional gaming side, that's going to be easy. When it comes to gamers and people participating in our tournaments, our esports, it is going to be tricky on the Web3 side of things, though. We all know that people like anonymity in crypto. Now, when it comes to our wallet functions that are going to be built out on our website, so let's say we're starting with Twitch, but we plan down the road to move to multiple different avenues, such as YouTube, TikTok. We want to expand way beyond Twitch, but Twitch is like our baby. That's where we're starting because we love it. We're gamers, we're streamers. That's what we want to do. But they're going to have a verified Twitch account to be able to link that with a MetaMask wallet. And so I think that alone would put almost a hard stop for a lot of bots trying to create something, because it's just going to make it difficult, if that makes sense. It's not like a CAPTCHA. Like they literally have to link their Twitch account and then link a MetaMask address. So that right there, just what we already have in place and what we're building should help. But there's probably a lot of measures that we're going to have to look at long term and continue building out to make sure to prevent any bots or anyone interfering in our system. Like I said, that's been internal discussions. Honestly, that's probably the furthest I've thought about it that deep after that, in a week or so. I was thinking about that. But Clay, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fascinating what he's attempting to do with Twitter, and if it is a partnership that we're like looking to docs because that's one of our requirements as a company, and Twitter has the easiest solution for doing that, then absolutely we would integrate that. We're always looking for innovative ways to conduct our business, so if that's something that can help our business grow because it enables some new innovative way of like doing something easier, absolutely we'll do that, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, Clay, you know what else is that they have? Like, Twitter Blue, how it has like the ability to essentially upload an NFT as your profile pic. Have you seen that?
Yeah, man, I love that aspect.
So like in some way not that we have to. I was just saying it'd be really neat to be able to make it so that like part of the way you could essentially participate or increase your rewards in some sort of event that we do would be to like reward essentially linking a verified account of who you are and essentially staking your NFT or representing your NFT for Cerebral Gaming and sending out a tweet or something, and getting compensation for it.
That is very interesting. I like that idea, man. I really do.
I mean, yeah, for like marketing, promotion, verification purposes, just community strengthening and representation. It's just like I think it'd be really cool because it's kind of like a one-stop shop. I love what he's doing over there in the plan to essentially filter out all the bots and piggybacking that, plus it being the best social media platform for crypto space by far, and at least at the moment. Then it seems like it should just be something that we like at least keep our eye on or try and integrate in some way.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that Twitter is by far, I mean, it's always been my favorite social media platform for conducting crypto business just because there's so many people that have been in crypto Twitter for such a long time. I mean, I could go back to like 2014 on crypto Twitter and see all of the posts from back then that just would still resonate to this day. So being able to integrate those different types of things that you're referring to um, would not only help with our branding, but it would also just help us conduct business on a day-to-day operation.
I love that, like, you're so open. And Clay, I don't know if you noticed, but like I'm trying to be in every single server that you're in on Discord. I'm like following all the projects and everything, and I swear, literally every new project I think I find that I'm like, oh, this one's so cool. I hop in there and it's like, you have this in common with Crypto Clay. I'm like, this guy always beat me to it.
I mean, people just send me DMs and stuff when something's new, and I absolutely love that about the Harmony community, because like so many people reach out and try to help one another out. Like people aren't really trying to keep secrets from one another in this community, and that's one of the things that I love about Harmony, man.
Yeah, it's great. I love that so many people are in so many of different projects. It's not like you're just exclusive to a project. You don't know what's going on in the space. Everybody seems like they're all about, all of this projects in harmony.
Yeah, man, completely agree. Nick, what was up next on our list of topics, man?
Our website revamp.
Okay, yeah. So Nick and I have sat down for the past 2 days and really like focused in on our website because, I mean, a lot of you know that we're already trying to completely revamp it for when we actually launch our product. And it's going to look entirely different than it does now. But we wanted to throw up more information because the feedback that we've been getting from a lot of people in the inner circles that we deal with are telling us that there's just not enough information about our project. They wanted to see more about our tokenomics. They wanted to see more about the team. They wanted to see, what we're planning to do with our funding once we get it. So we really sat down and focused in on like hashing that out, making sure that we were refining everything that we had previously spoken about as a team as far as tokenomics go, as far as what our future plans are. And we put that all down on paper, and then we were like, okay, we can't really revamp our website yet because that would just be way too much money for the fact that we're already planning on doing that once our platform launches. So why double spend? Let's just get in there and make it look better with what we currently have, providing more information out there. And so that's what we've done over the past like 48 hours. And we've put a lot of work in, and I think it looks a hell of a lot better than it did before.
Well, and excuse me, guys, I've got like a frog in my throat tonight. Our website does look a heck of a lot better than it did. Please go read more about our tokenomics. It's still a work in progress, guys. We haven't really published it out there, but it's cerebralgaming.org. You can actually meet and see the ugly mugs of Clay and I on there. We're fully doxxed, and our other business partner. And we have others involved in the project, but we just feel that it's very important to be known. We're not trying to run away with funds or anything. We're very passionate. But yeah, the website, Clay and I put a lot of work into it, just the content, but it's going to be so much better when we launch. We're going to hire a full-time dev to do the website, but we've spent tens of thousands of dollars, right, Clay, just on what we're building on the back end for our service, our platform. So that was more a focus. We don't want to rush to market and overpromise anything to anyone, but we want to build what we know is the most important product of our business that's going to be valuable to holders, to users, to streamers, to everyone involved. And so Clay's made that a main focus, and the team agrees with that let's build out our back end systems. Let's get our Solidity contracts going. Let's get all of that running first. And then we're going to have the finished product for everyone. And just like Clay said, we're excited. We're getting a lot closer than we thought on a lot of that once we can reconvene the teams. So that's exciting with our website revamp. Please give us feedback. And if you're not already, please join our Discord. We'll take any feedback. We're a business more than we are a DAO, but holding CGD, our token, when we do launch, and we'll get to that shortly, does give you some governance options, and we will put votes up to the community on what direction you think the company should go and how things should be done. But with that in mind, let me say we are not following the traditional DAO model where it's all community. We are a business, and Clay himself has sunk a lot of money into this business already to get going, and we're not making a dime, and that's fine with us. Because like I said, it's a passion project. But yes, we do want to make profit long term, but we want it to be beneficial for everyone involved. So if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want to touch on that last point that you made, Nick. A lot of people have seen the ramifications lately of project leaders that get a little bit greedy or get a little bit hasty with their project's treasuries. And I set out initially when I started thinking of this project, and I said that's not going to be us. And so I'm taking a very hands-on approach for building this company out, and I'm making sure that as a company, we're never going to be that. We're never going to be greedy. We're going to take what we deserve as a company, but we're going to make sure that the community is also getting what they deserve. Like a lot of projects right now are taking from their community and not giving back. And I have a problem with that. I have a major problem with that. So at Cerebral Gaming, we're always going to make sure that it's asynchronous, where we're benefiting, and so is our community. Because at the end of the day, we can't continue growing unless everyone is happy, or at least the majority. You're always going to have somebody that is going to complain about something, and that's just something you have to be able to take on as a founder of something. And I have thick skin, so that's something that I'm very comfortable with. Uh, Being a part-time YouTuber, it you have to have really thick skin for that. And so um, what we're trying to achieve at Cerebral Gaming is making sure that we're always transparent with our community on every action that we take and why we're taking that action. I want to be very upfront and clear about our intentions. And so from the get go, we're making sure, or at least I'm making sure, that the team that I bring on to help with this endeavor is not going to try and take away from the community by lining their own pockets. That's never going to be something that we do here at Cerebral Gaming.
That's well said, Clay. And I'm a little more eloquent than I could put it. Much needed. Does anyone have any questions? John, if you're trying to speak, I don't hear you. By the way, welcome, Jerome.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, dude?
Hey, just running around trying to do 100 things at once. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing great, man.
Good.
Welcome,
Awesome.
welcome to the team, man. By the way, like we haven't really. I mean, we put out that announcement on the Discord server, but we haven't really made it public in an official capacity. But Jerome is actually going to be our newest community manager, and what that entails basically is just, you know, keeping up with everything that's going on in our chat, making sure that people are behaving, things like that. Jerome has already been doing that, like everything that a community manager does. He just hasn't been on the team like doing it. So he's been doing that as a community member, and we recognized that as a team at Cerebral Gaming. I think everybody was in favor of you joining the team. So um, Jerome is actually going to be getting compensation for his time. And we all understand that he has a full time job and that this is something that is going to be part time. But every little bit helps, especially when we're so brand new. We can't always be active in the chat. And so it's just nice to have some overlap sometimes of people being there to maybe help people along. And so we're happy to have you on the team, Jerome.
I really appreciate it. And I just want everybody to know, like, whatever that I'm given, I'm going to be rewarding people with CGD tokens in our Discord. The people that are active, I think that's extremely important. I I do this for I'm in a good bit of Discords because I am passionate about my investments. I care. There are a few people that are in here now and that I see on there a good bit that care. And knowledge. People have knowledge in different levels, but I feel like you can go take that even further by just being there and learning as much as you can. So, I mean, that's what I highly encourage people to be active and find out what's going on, so you're not clueless a month down the road as to what's going on. So, I'm going to do my part. I try to reward people that are active in there.
Dude, that's awesome, man. And like I said before, we're just really happy to have you on board, man. You're a very genuine person, and I think it shows in all of your interactions that we've seen so far. So, like that's really awesome to hear you say that.
I appreciate it. And I mean, I'm in a few other Discords. I mean, I try to help out Fish Fight a little bit, and I'm pretty active with Sonic, and recently got together with the Morsel guys. Those are all good group of people, and I just really think that Harmony is the place where you want to start. I'm not by no means, on any of your level in here, but anyone's. But this is definitely genuinely a good place to be around, and it's very inviting. And I think that Harmony overlooks that a lot. I think that is their blue chip. But like I said, I'm very, very excited to be able to interact. I hope I live up to the standards of what we want to accomplish here, and I can't wait to see it move along.
Awesome. What did we have up next, Nick?
Well, first off, I'd like to give a shout out to YetX1000. I've seen him around the Harmony community for a very long time. So thanks for joining, buddy. If you'd like to come up and ask questions, please do. Just request the mic. So, talking a little bit more about our partnerships and future considerations. By the way, tomorrow, we will be having an AMA with Rocket Monster that will be launching their minting on Friday, the 6th. So at noon Central Standard Time tomorrow, we're going to be hosting an AMA with them as potential new partners. Well, maybe solidified partners. So that's exciting. So be on the lookout. I know it's kind of middle of the day on a Wednesday, but be there if you can, guys. Other partnership discussions, Clay?
Yeah. So we talked a little bit about Versus Gaming at the beginning of this, but they are by far, and I see Arcadian in here, and welcome, Mando, if that's you. Feel free to come up and grab the mic if you'd like. But Versus Gaming is by far, I think, our largest partnership that we've secured so far, because what they're building is like it's helping us by growing our community, because the partnerships that they solidify have access to use their back-end server systems that help us with our tournaments that we host. And essentially what that does is, because of the partnerships that they've solidified with things like EA, Riot, and Ubisoft, they are able to give us tokens for these tournaments, which require us to not have to do public matches, which is a really big deal. You know, a lot of people might overlook stuff like that, but as a business owner, you really have to take a look at those things and, uh, be appreciative of all of the little things that help your life and make your life easier. Because I've hosted a few tournaments now on Apex Legends, and it's a lot of work. Like, there is so much work that goes into these tournaments behind the scenes that many people don't know about. And if we had to hand jam all of the data in these tournaments, like what the brackets are, what teams placed with the most points, all of those things would take a ridiculous amount of time on top of the things that we're already having to do. And so, um, I mean, Nick got firsthand experience of just some of the work that goes into hosting these tournaments last week whenever I was streaming for him, like behind the scenes footage of what we were doing. And so he can probably talk a little bit more about this as well. But there is a ton of work that goes into hosting these things. And Versus Gaming makes it that much easier for us, because their back end server system tallies up all of the points for us. It immediately puts who the winners are and in the correct order for us. It it gives us a like printed out page of all of the team names and where they're currently ranked with a graphic in real time. So all of that is done. All we have to do is copy and paste it into our Discord server as soon as a match is done. So it makes our lives a hell of a lot easier. And because of that, I think that Versus Gaming, along with the fact that they're able to give us other partnerships, like Forge Arena is another partnership that we're working on right now. It's a first person shooter being developed on the Wax blockchain. And essentially, we're trying to partner up with them and Versus Gaming to get tournaments started in that game. And we want to be able to host some of those at Cerebral Gaming. So if we can get in on the ground floor of a game like that and it becomes wildly successful, then that puts us in a very strong position as a company to say, hey, we were one of the first partners here. And that's another perk of Versus Gaming. I mean, they have so much experience in the esports industry that they can put their 2 cents in and people are willing to listen to them. And I have a very close relationship with the founder of Versus Gaming, Mike or Tails, whatever you want to call him. He and I have gotten really close over the past few weeks, just working together. And like, they're looking to get in the Web3 space themselves, and I've been helping them along the way with that. And it's just been a very good relationship, business to business, thus far. So, really excited about that. Along with that, we have a ton of GameFi partnerships that are in the pipeline or have already been announced that are very exciting, because once we do get these viewers and these streamers into Web3, we have to be able to show them where to go. And one of the major places that we would like to see them go is the gamefi industry, where they can get rewarded for spending time while playing games in that sector. So, it all starts with onboarding them, and Versus is the perfect place to do that. And then, like, 50% of our company is broken down into the GameFi industry. So once we've onboarded them, we tell them, hey, go check out our partners, go see what they're building. It's amazing. So, like, we've got both sides of the house. And on top of that, we even have DeFi that we want to educate people about. So we're going to be able to partner up with DEXs that are willing to teach people how to use DeFi. So we reward people in our token. We tell them, hey, you're now in Web3. You've earned some of our tokens on our platform. Go check out DeFi. See if you can do anything there. Make some yield on the tokens that you've been given. So it's just really exciting to see all of these partnerships and how they're going to shape our company. And I could talk about this for days, but I don't want to waste everybody's time. So I'll just leave it at.
Well, to follow up with that, Clay, like just to announce some of our partners that we already have, Cosmic Universe, which is a long build, but I think it's going to be an amazing project. I'm super excited at. That's probably one of the few GameFi projects I will actually play a lot because I like what they're building. We'll see though. So we have Cosmic Universe. We're already partnered with, of course, Versus on our traditional gaming side. We're also partnered with Win Lambo, Fish Fight, DeFi the Gods, Kuroshiba, Wonder Game, Arcade. He's also talking about Forge Arena, which we've already done a sponsorship with, but that's an unofficial partnership at this point, and it looks fun. That's another game I'll probably play, but that's cross-chain. That's not on the Harmony network, but we are planning to go chain agnostic. We're not going to stick to Harmony, but Harmony's our home.
Yeah, we would definitely like to build our reward system on other chains just so that we're not keeping uh, everything to ourselves here on Harmony. We would like to make the reward system cross chain so that other people that are not as chain agnostic um, can get involved. A lot of people are like solely bound to one specific chain, and it's heartbreaking to see, but that's just the way some people are, and we recognize that as a company. And so we're going to be developing our platform on other chains, but our governance token, our blue chip token, is always going to be housed here on Harmony. So people will be able to vote on proposals on Harmony, and our main business will be housed on Harmony.
Yeah, very well said. And we want that to be understood that Harmony is home. We support the Harmony community, but we're not Harmony maxis by any means. We support all chains, we support crypto. Because, I mean, in the end of the day, when you look at it, what we're trying to do by bridging traditional gamers into crypto, that would be really sad if we're just saying, oh, come to Harmony. The whole point is education, to bring people into the crypto space. And that's beneficial for all. Any crypto investor, any chain, anything that you're involved in, you just want to bring people over. And, we want to start with Harmony, especially when they're going to see the fees if they ever try to switch to Ethereum network. They're going to be like, nope, I'm going back. I'm going to Harmony. I'm going to AVAX. I'm going to Matic network. I'm going here. Never touch ETH again. But it's only because they're going to be new users. They don't understand what gas fees are. They don't understand this. They don't understand that. So education's really going to be key for us. But yeah, like you said, Harmony is our home. But we need to educate these people. And I hope that all of you along for the ride with us as we bring these people over, help us educate them and make sure they stay safe as well in the Web3 space. Of course, we can all make bad investment decisions too, but you got to keep yourself safe from that on your own. So Clay, next up, one of the biggest things that we really want to do is more community outreach and building our branding message. So if anyone has questions or wants to step up, Dreadful Tide, I see you here, Retro, EK, I can't see your full name, Banano, Colt Crypto, yeah, X, of course, John. We'd love more community outreach, more growth in our community, just to build awareness of what we're building. And, you know, that's huge for us. That's a conversation that Clay and I've had quite a bit the past couple of days. And also coming down, we're going to have our token launch very soon. We do not have a finite date set, as we're in talks with multiple platforms where to do our launch pad. So that's very exciting as well. But we want to make sure it's done right. We want to make sure our full tokenomics are complete and, you know, not make mistakes. Just try to do everything as smart as possible. So Clay, would you like to kick off and talk about our token sale and community outreach?
Can I real quick? Can I just say, is there a plan going forward for Mint for the CGD?
For
the NFTs.
yes. So right now, our NFTs on Curve Shiba are currently paused. So anyone that's currently holding our NFTs can continually accrue. It's 0.055 CGD per day per NFT. And correct me if I'm wrong on anything, Clay. I don't like giving bad information. But we paused that because we know the sale's coming up. So we didn't want any arbitrage or people coming in manipulating anything at this time until our token launch. But if you're a current NFT holder, you are earning. We are in talks with several platforms after delaying our Sushi Swap launch, as we thought it was best to go back to, you know, base square one as we finalize our tokenomics and made sure that we're going to be supporting the Harmony ecosystem with our launch. So that was very important to us. We want to support a more inclusive community in the Harmony network for our initial launch. And once we have this talks discussed and developed, we'll have information. Hopefully, Clay, what are you thinking? Hopefully within the next 5 to 6 days, we should have a PR release.
Hopefully before then, but I'd
rather under deliver, over promise, remember?
Yeah,
always.
of course. I'm not making any promises, for sure, but we would like to push it out as quickly as possible. We're just so conversations with other teams are not always like as fruitful as we would like them to be, but you know, like you have to realize that people have different mindsets working on different projects, and so we're just kind of working through that, trying to get where we want to be, because we've been talking about this stuff for a while now, like what price we want to launch at, how many tokens we want to release. Things like that are very vital to making sure that you have a successful launch. And we've been getting a lot of feedback from other projects saying, like, hey, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do it this way. So we've been taking that feedback in and kind of restructuring things and making sure that it's perfect for our community. That way, we're not doing anything stupid or like just doing it the wrong way. So we're trying to make sure that everything makes sense as much as possible, and take the information that we've been given from people that have done this before and learn from them, maybe learn from some of their mistakes that they've made, things like that. On top of that, we're trying to keep supply very low, circulating supply of our token, because we do want it to be a blue chip crypto. So what we're doing is we're trying to artificially create demand of our token by keeping supply very short and low, and just building up hype around what we're building as a company. And all of those things combined to say that we're working very hard behind the scenes trying to make sure that this launch is successful. But the reason that we had to pause the mint of those NFTs is because there would be an arbitrage opportunity, like Nick was saying, between how much people are getting for staking those NFTs and how much we think our token is worth. So when we go to sell it in our token sale, it's going to be worth more than what people have paid for those NFTs to stake and earn CGD. So we had to pause that. And basically, what we're doing now is we're rewarding those that were early adopters and bought our NFTs. So anybody that already has them and has already started staking those NFTs and earning our tokens, congratulations. Like, you basically got in very early, and we're very lucky to get our tokens at a huge discount.
Hey, Jimmy, I saw you requested the mic. Questions, comments?
You know
This is
what?
the
I'm a
moment.
token NFT holder. And I love this project. I love Cerebral Games.
That's awesome to hear, man. We're happy to have you. What we're building is going to blow your guys' mind long term. Just stay with us, but we're going to have a lot of short term results as well. So just be excited. We're super excited. Jimmy Goo as well, who just joined. Baton. Is it Baton with the accent mark? I'm not sure. Thank you for joining as well. Great to have all of you.
Let's keep it rolling, dude.
I agree. So what's next on the agenda? What further would you like to discuss? I mean, anyone here, please, if you have questions, comments, request a mic, raise your hand if you can't request a mic. Now, do note, if you're on a mobile, that's the only way you can speak. You're going to have to be not on a computer. I didn't phrase that properly. You need to be on mobile if you want to use mic.
Let's talk about, so a lot of people have asked like what we're planning on using our funding for once we do this token sale. So I want to break down and be as transparent as possible about what it is that we're going to be using that funding for once we do our token sale. The first thing that we're going to be doing, we initially said that we were going to do 55% directly into a liquidity pool so that people could trade our token. But we were given guidance by smarter people than us that that's too small of an amount. So we're actually going to be bumping that up to 70%. So we're going to be putting that, we're going to be putting 70% of our token sale directly into liquidity on one of our partners' decentralized exchanges. And we haven't announced that partnership yet, but I'm really looking forward to it once we're closer to launching. The next thing that we're going to do is basically pay the launch pad that we use. Every launch pad has its own fee structure, and we're going to have to pay a certain amount for that launch pad that we launch with. And I'm giving you guys the entire breakdown so that I'm being fully transparent with you all, and I'm not going to hold anything back. So with these launch pads, they usually charge between 6 to 8% of the entire sale. and that's just across the board. So that's another payment that we're going to have to make out of pocket for this sale. The next thing that we're going to be focusing on is paying to hire on more developers. Right now, we have about 2.5 developers, and I say 2.5 because we have a developer that doesn't know he's developing for us yet. He's going to be helping out with our initial website design. He just doesn't know it yet. But our other 2 developers have been working pretty hard, making sure that our smart contracts are good to go, our backend system is good to go, and we've been really happy with the work that they've been putting in. But we're going to have to get an actual UI and UX developer on board with us, and we might also have to hire on another backend developer. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes with time crunches and things like that. But those are things that cost a lot of money. These things are not cheap in the Web3 space to build. On top of that, we're also going to have to get our smart contracts audited. So that's another $5,000 to $10,000 that we're going to have to pay for out of our treasury's wallet. So all of these things add up, and I just want to be completely transparent that our team isn't making a dime off of this token sale. Like, all of it is going to go back into building our platform, building our brand. And then the last thing that we're going to use some of that funding for is getting our name out there, letting people know that we have this brand new incentive program for people that like to watch streamers on Twitch, or letting streamers know, hey, we've got this platform that you can use to help grow your audience a little bit. All of those things take money, and we want to advertise a little bit what we're building. So we're going to be reaching out to the traditional advertising companies like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google, all of those platforms that have a really strong audience. We want to be able to use and harness that to reach out and tell people about what it is that we're building here at Cerebral Gaming. And that's what we're going to be using our funds for. That's exactly what we're going to be using from the token sale.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. And just to Clay's point, none of us on the team will be getting one dime out of our token sale. Like it said, we are building a business, but right now this is a passion project. We want to make sure that it's successful before we ever take a dime from this business. And another thing, we will be utilizing some of those funds from our token sale. Clay, maybe you did mention, we'll be helping build out our stream team and advertising them, as that's going to be extremely important as we build out a revenue stream for the company on that side of things. So we will be helping fund a lot of the marketing. Like I said, our in-house graphic designer will be doing a lot of work, overlays, streams, graphics for our streamers. So that is one other avenue that some of our revenue will go down from the token sale, and then also incoming revenue down the road. But a lot of that revenue will end up getting shared back to token holders as we grow as a company.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. I completely forgot about that, but that's another one of our biggest pushes with the funding that we'll be receiving. We want to start reaching out to streamers that are competitive gamers. The first thing that we're going to be looking for is Apex Legends competitive gamers, because we want to build a competitive team to be able to compete in competitions. We really strongly feel as a company that the best way to get our branding out there is to get competitive gamers involved in tournaments under the brand name of Cerebral Gaming. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is hiring on some full-time streamers that play in these tournaments, that are really involved in the esports side of the house, and start building an audience for them. We're really looking for people that um, that are excited to stream but don't necessarily have a strong following yet. And we know at Cerebral Gaming, with the skills that we have in marketing, in growing an audience, things like that, we can strongly help them get started and start building out their own personal brand. So from the Cerebral Gaming side, we can say, hey, we have this package that we're willing to offer you to give you promotion, to give you a full-time graphic designer that's willing to make you any type of graphics that you want. We're willing to hire on an editor to make all of these streamers at least one video a week and throw it up on YouTube for them. All of these things will start creating revenue streams for us as a business. YouTube will generate ad revenue. Twitch streams will generate ad revenue and sponsorships and
Subscription.
all of these things are going to help us grow as a company, and every little bit helps. So all of the different revenue streams that we're looking at are going to be, focused back in on the gaming side. So we're strongly looking for hiring on some streamers, and we need funding to do that. We need to be able to offer them a sign-on bonus. We need to be able to offer them some sort of compensation for their time. So that requires funding as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, thanks for touching on that point. So that's going to be extremely important for us as we build out our esports team, as we build out streamers. And then, like we've always said, we want to bridge them over to the crypto side. But by using our tipping system and our attention token, that's what's going to bridge them. That's what's going to drag them over to this Web3 side of things. And then we can introduce them to our partners. So we've vetted it as much as we possibly can. As always, I see a couple new folks here. If you have any questions, request a mic and we have you up here in a jiffy.
Yeah, something that I want to stress is that we are always open and willing to release any information um, within reasonable means um, to anybody that asks a question. You don't even have to be a part of our community. If you have a question about something that we're building, we're always more than willing to give an answer. We're very excited about what it is that we're building here, and we love talking about it. We absolutely do. Nick has said it a few times tonight that this is very much a passion project. And it is that. This is like my dream job, guys. Like, I've been a gamer my entire life for the past 26 years, I think, since I was like 5 or 6. I've been playing video games, and I got involved in crypto about 9 years ago, and I've always wanted to create my own crypto project. I just didn't know what to do. I've been saying for years that crypto and gaming absolutely go hand in hand, but it wasn't until last year that people really started to see that and the market started shifting towards that. So the fact that I have the opportunity now to do something like this is amazing. And I'm very excited about what it is that we're building here. And I love the team that I've put together. And, you know, everybody is putting in great work for the size of our team. We have a very small team here, but what we've been able to achieve in such a short period of time has been amazing to see.
I would echo that sentiment. The team has been amazing so far, guys, and everyone has the same focus, the same vision. And if you want to see any of us, for the new users, go to cerebralgaming.org. It's it's a very light web page right now. We have a lot more coming with it for the newer users that weren't here earlier. You can see the team. You can read just a little bit about us. You'll find our link tree, join our Discord, find our NFTs, which are currently on pause. But you'll also be able to follow our Twitch channel if you're a gamer, where we host a lot of tournament stuff, things like that, monthly. Please go join, take a look, learn more about us. You'll also find a link to our Medium, which we're going to have a lot more released with our full tokenomics very soon. Most of those are already on the website, though. So you should be able to see that. Yeah, anything you guys want, just let us know. Hey, what's up, Access? I see you down there.
Does anybody have any questions about anything that we've talked about? Because if not, I'm sure there's some other topics that we could cover. We've covered a lot already, but you know what? Let's talk a little bit about some of the ideas that we've come up with for token utilities, Nick.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. So where do we want to start then, Clay? Come on, Brainiacs. I see you guys all out there. Got Access, Arcadian, Dreadful. I'm waiting for Dreadful to say something. He's one of our diehard community members. Come up here and say something. Just request a mic and it's yours, buddy.
Yeah, so let's just, I mean, do you have that document pulled up, Nick?
I was trying to buy time, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm pulling it up as we speak.
Okay, I can send you the link if you need it.
I've got like 15 of our documents pulled up right now. I can't figure out which was which.
Let me send
All right,
it.
guys, we're coming. As you can tell, Clay and I have been extremely hard at work. We have more documents than I think I know what to do with at this point.
We legit have a Google Drive that we like post all of our docs in, that we're like typing up, and like we're constantly like thinking of new ideas to bring to the community, and so we just throw those in the Google Drive, and like let's just see like where we're at right now. We have a shit ton of documents that are posted. We have artwork,
We do.
we have flowcharts, meeting notes, partnerships, project trackers, reward system, website. Like there,
Let's not mention our Notion and our GitHub that's being developed.
yeah, like there's a lot of things going on, but let I really want to go over like some of the things that we came up with as ideas for token utilities. So we talked a little bit about how we have the CGD token, which is what we're going to be selling in a token sale soon. But we do have another token coming up with the launch of our actual platform that's going to be more of an attention token. But we really want to create a distinction between the two tokens. One is going to be a lot more inflationary than the other, and that's the attention token, because we want it to be easily accessible, whereas we want our CGD token to be more of a blue chip that people want to hold on to. So
what do you think the total supply of CGD will be? Just like, do you have any idea as to what the total, number? Because if you're looking at the amount staked, right, 21,565, with the 0.055 emissions, that's only like 1,100 a day. That's like 365 or just shy of 400,000 annually. That's not too bad inflationary for for a pretty small supply. Are you going for like a smaller side supply, like tens of millions, hundreds of millions?
Well,
So
I can go ahead, Clay.
the total supply that we minted into existence is 100 million CGD tokens. However, we're trying to keep circulating supply very low. 97.5 million are currently sitting in our multi-sig wallet that hasn't been touched, and we don't really plan on touching those things anytime soon. Um, the rest is currently uh, in the staking pool for our NFTs, and a majority of those will actually never see the light of day. Um, Only about I think 10%, 11%, somewhere around there, of the NFTs were minted, and we paused the contract. So what's going to happen is a lot of those tokens that were in that staking pool for the NFTs aren't going to get claimed. And what we're going to do is we're actually just going to burn the rest of those tokens once that contract is done after the 6 months.
I
So
like that. Are you
all,
going to extend the supply out pretty far then when it comes to like tokenomics and emissions? Are you just going to keep like the emissions as like the what's being currently staked and then just let the supply, run itself out? Because a couple 100,000 annually, I mean, I don't know what you're planning on for initial supply for the sale, but if you've got 100 million, if you only got a couple million issued, right, with a couple 100,000, I mean, that's a really long runway. That's decades for emission. If you were just that was the only form of emissions was the NFTs.
Well, no, exactly. It is, and since that, like Clay just said, the NFTs, the minting from there. Well, we'll say it's minting. It's not really minted. All tokens have been minted. They're just being held, and that's going to be fully public access to see what we have, like you said, in the multi-sig. But by allowing us to keep the supply low, and like you said, decades or whatnot, let's hope crypto lasts decades, guys. I think it will. It's going to last for the next hundreds of years, I'm sure. But it allows us, if we need to do fundraising or token launches again down the road, or incentivizing certain projects with our marketing, out to users, a lot of different use case for all of that. But going back to what Clay said, we want to keep the supply as low as possible because CGD is like our blue chip, like you said. Our tipping token, which we will not release the name of uh, anytime soon, because you know how people will go out and just make some scam token. That's going to be the everyday use token. CGD is going to be the one that people want to hold. And so also, like he said, our early investors that were buying the NFTs, we're also going to have a tiered NFT system. So depending on how much CGD you hold, you're going to be awarded or held. And we're still working out some final tokenomics, how that will work. You're going to be like awarded an NFT that's only going to be good if you hold that much token. If you drop below that based off snapshots at random times, your NFT will automatically be burned by the smart contracts. You go back up, you'll get re-awarded another NFT. But those NFTs are going to give you a lot of different privileged access to different services that we offer, if that makes sense. That's one of the other utilities that we didn't really discuss, Clay. And
yeah,
we have a lot of
yeah, we
really
did.
fun stuff coming with
We
that.
did. It's on here. The ranked tiers. It's on.
Well, it's on our document, but it wasn't discussed here.
Oh no, we haven't even started.
No, not at all. So
Yeah. So we wrote 4 bullet points down of utilities that we're bringing to the CGD token. So we'll just go like 1 point at a time. The first one is pretty obvious. Anybody that has been in our community for any period of time knows that you can use the CGD token right now to vote on proposals that we have on Snapshot. And that will always be the case. Like I said, Cerebral gaming will always be housed on Harmony, and so the CGD token will be what we use for all of the snapshot votes that we have. And so if you hold that token, the amount that you hold gives you the weight that you'll have in those votes. And that's the first bullet point. The second one is liquidity mining. By holding CGD, users will be able to farm our new attention token, which will be utilized for our streamers and viewers. Farms will be available to liquidity providers on the decks of our choosing. So we haven't announced the decks that we're going to be partnering up with yet, but that'll be coming soon as well. We've already solidified that partnership. We just don't want to announce it yet until we have actually secured where we're going to be launching our token, what token sale launch pad we're going to be using. So what we're going to offer, though, once we do our token sale and once we partner up with this said DEX, is we're going to offer our brand new token, the attention token, as a farm for people that hold our CGD token. So like Nick was saying, like I was saying earlier, we really want CGD to be the blue chip, and we want the attention token to be a little bit more inflationary, a little bit more fun, uh, and we want it to be used. We want it to be spent. We want it to be, tipped to people. That's what we intend for that new token to be used for. Whereas the CGD token is more about holding and focusing on long term. The third thing that we have is the ranked tiers that Nick was talking about. We're going to be providing NFTs to token holders that hold certain amounts, and we haven't broken it down yet specifically on what those amounts are going to be. We really want to see like what our token holders are going to look like after the token sale, to really fill that out and get an idea of how many tokens people hold. But what we're going to do is we're going to provide incentives for people that hold our token in different avenues, like providing discounts on our tournament entry fees, on merchandise in our store, on the token sale for our attention token once we go to that. So people that hold a certain amount, whenever we go to do the token sale for our attention token, are going to get a discount based on whatever NFT they hold of ours in that tiered system. And then the last thing that we talked about um, for utility of the CGD token itself is allowing staking rewards. So people that have no intention of trading the CGD token, that want to hold on to it, will be rewarded for locking up those tokens in a staking pool. And all of the ad revenue that we receive from the signed streamers that we have as a company, what we're going to do is we're going to throw 30% of all of that ad revenue into a pool, into a staking pool of people that decide to stake their CGD tokens. So all of that ad revenue is going to be dumped into Harmony One, and 30% of that is going to go directly into this staking pool of people that want to hold our CGD token. So, as a company, one of the biggest things that we're going to rely on for revenue streams is ad revenue. These people that we sign, these people that decide to use our system for marketing purposes, all of that money is going to go towards our treasury. Well, 30% of that is going to go directly into these staking rewards. So people that were already intending to hold CGD for long term can throw it in this staking pool, and earn extra rewards on top of that. So these are things that we've been thinking about. We're constantly trying to innovate and bring new ways of providing revenue for our token holders to keep them happy and give utility for what it is that we're building. But these are some of the big ones that we really wanted to focus on and share with you guys.
And Clay, that's spot on. So, as Clay went down the list of different utilities for our token, you are going to have some holders that want to hold because they're gamers. They want that, so they get reduced or free entry fees to tournaments, or this or that, or they want to buy merch or this. And then our tiered system for future sales, future launches. But then when it really struck home, and what I love is how Clay brought back like our revenue sharing system, which is if you're just a crypto investor, you're not a gamer, but you like our project, you want to be involved with it, that's where we distribute profits back because you're holding. And some of that tiered system will actually play into that as well. So if you just want to stake, let's say 5,000 CGD or 10,000 CGD, once we work out that model on exactly where we're going to go with funding and whatnot, that 30% gets sent back to you guys in Harmony One. We discussed other tokens, maybe stables, but we feel, we're here on Harmony. It's safest just to go with Harmony One. So whatever profits that we do make in that, and it'll be fully transparent. We're a fully licensed LLC and company now, guys, just so you know. So everything we do will be transparent. We will show those profit sharing reports, and that will be sent out in Harmony One token. To an extent, we still have to double check securities and regulations and other laws, of course. We have to be compliant at all times. That's also why we're fully doxed. Clay's registered. He has an attorney on board. We're good to go. This is a real company. We're not just some crypto project. Hey, take our money. So
question for you: are you gonna allow for the resale of the cerebral gaming NFTs? The not the ones obviously for holding tokens, but the ones that are you can stake on Crow. Because I have a feeling, with the low supply and
they're already out there. People,
what's the
people are
resale?
selling them on NFT key, and that was not our doing.
On NFT key, really? I didn't see them listed because you could see the collections listed. I obviously didn't see that one listed on there.
Yep, honestly, that caught me by surprise until Clay showed me as well. I thought that was quite funny, Clay.
I didn't know you could. I didn't know you could list them yourself. I thought that has to be an official. That's so interesting.
I thought so as well, but I think Clay told me that they can do it on their own.
Yeah, you can't list anything yourself. This was
NFT key did.
Yeah, they listed this for us, so we're very appreciative.
Oh, no, wow! I just saw that. Yeah, that's so interesting. Huh? I wonder why it doesn't show in your own collections though. Oh, is it because they're staked?
Yeah. If they're staked, then you can't see them.
Ah, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah, why don't they show in my collection? Got it. Holy moly.
That's kind of funny though. The floor price has shot up a lot, Clay. 56.1.
Yeah, that might give people an indication of what the tokens are going to be worth.
Yeah,
quite a bit more.
That's pretty good. That if you guys can make that official, those things are going to be pretty. Those are going to be hot down the road for sure.
Yo, what's up, Dreadful Tide? How's it going, man?
I brought him up here. Come on up, man.
Hey, what's happening, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm really excited about what you're doing and look forward to all the new advancements you're making. It's really interesting to see how this is developing.
Thanks, man. We appreciate your continued support. Dreadful Tide has been involved in things that I've been building since last year. He has been one of my strongest supporters. So thanks for saying that, Dreadful Tide. I really appreciate that, man. I really do.
Yeah, no problem, man. Like I shared some things with you. I've got big plans and stuff that I'm trying to work on to make, more of an impact on what's going on here. And it's looking really good. I really love what's going on. I always look forward to seeing what's happening every single day.
Yeah, man. Dreadful Tide is working on his own gaming project and has shared a little bit with me. And I'm pumped for it, man. He's definitely going to be another one of our partners, I'm sure, at Cerebral Gaming. So definitely be on the lookout for that once it's available. What's up, brother? Hey, I see you down there, man.
I just saw him down there too. What's up, man? Request mic, brother. We'll bring you up. Better yet, I'll send you an invite.
Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Hey, what's up, guys? I just saw this space going on and decided to chime in and see what's going on.
Yeah, man. Nick, could you give like a 2-minute recap of everything that we've discussed so far?
Wow. So you're asking for like heaven and earth all at once here. Okay. So, 2-minute recap. We're discussing our partnerships. We started out with a company called Versus Gaming. They're partnered with EA, Electronic Arts, Ubisoft, and Riot Gaming. We're hosting monthly tournaments with them. They're giving us direct access to some really cool features that are amazing. We're giving away $500 a month in our current tournaments, and we're building out that community in the traditional gaming side to try to bring them into crypto, starting on the Harmony blockchain. So that's the first update. Next, we're also building out our GameFi side, and we are building out partnerships, and those are as follows: Cosmic Universe, When Lambo, Fish Fights, DeFi the Gods, Curse Shiba, Wonder Game, and we're working on a couple others that we've already have serious talks with on other chains, such as Forge Arena. Next, we're really talking about our token utility and what we want to do with CGD and our attention token, which CGD will be launching soon. And that's another thing we've discussed is our token sale. That's all to come here within the next week on the announcements and also the decks that we're partnering with our pools for liquidity. We recently revamped our website. At this point, it still is kind of a placeholder because we've been spending a lot of money on our developers for the back end of our system that we're building and our Solidity dev. So Clay and I have done most of the work on the website. It's just more informational at this point. But once our token launch is complete and all of that money is staying in development, none of that goes to the team, by the way. That will help us build out the final website. Right now it's informational. You can figure out what we're doing, our tokenomics, meet the team. We're fully doxed. There's that. And then we talked more utility on our token. I'm not sure when you joined on that part end, brother.
Dude, that sounds amazing, man.
I ran through that as fast as possible. He gave me a 2-minute time frame, and I'm like, oh shit, what am I going to do here?
No, it's enough, man. I'm excited because I don't know if you guys are aware, but I'm working with Zercher, and we're trying to kind of bring his baby he's been working in the past month to life. So we just found some back-end devs that we're going to be working with this month, and we're trying to keep it like really low key, but we have a lot of gaming ideas that we're going to want to bring to life. So if phase one like works out for us, like you guys are gonna be a really good partnership to have because kind of the type of game that we're trying to build may require some esports integration along with it. So just keep the line open, guys. But it's gonna be great. So hearing that you guys doing this stuff is so it gets me pumped up.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, we are always looking for new partnerships because the more we can partner with other legitimate projects, the more we can cross promote one another and help grow an even larger community than uh, both communities have had. So it makes sense for us to partner with as many people as possible and help them grow their community while they help grow ours at the same time. It's all about uh, you know making mutually beneficial relationships that are just good for everybody, because the more people learn about these solid projects and products, then the more they can get involved and get invested in good deals. So yes, absolutely, let us know what it is that you're working on, and we'd be happy to chat.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So like part of what we have right now, it's a lot of it's still like in talks, so we don't want to like jump the gun too early. But I do know that we're not going to be having our own token. It's going to be strictly GameFi focused. So, but I know after that, our whole team is pretty much doxed. Some people you guys might not be aware of, but there are docs on the internet. They have LinkedIn profiles. We only have possibly one dev that might not be doxed, but uh, we're gonna try to have our entire team doxed, which like 90% is already. But that's kind of where we're going to try to focus on is have full transparency, kind of that way we believe doing that is just establishes a lot of trust, and it's a good thing that people can see like from the outside looking in, like these guys are serious with their project. And then, like you said, opening those partnerships with other projects that are doing the same thing, it just builds on it and just gets better from there.
That's great, brother. And you joined late, but that's another thing I didn't do in my quick 2 minute, maybe a minute and a half rundown. Is Clay, myself. This is business time, by the way. Behind the Cerebral name, Nicholas. We're fully doxed, cerebralgaming.org. You can see our photos, anything you want about us, and we're always transparent. And we're being very selective as well on the projects that we partner with. That we're not going to bring traditional gamers over to the crypto Web3 space unless we feel comfortable with the partners that we have in the Web3 space. Because the big thing is education and security, if that makes sense. And so that's awesome, man. Love what you guys are building. Yeah, please get a hold of us. Let us know. By the way, I just welcome Hank the Crank, validator, speaker up. Also, we have Strong Minds Fold here. You guys are welcome to jump in and ask questions, talk with the community, do what you want to do.
Hi. Yeah, I'll just jump in here. It's really exciting to hear that you guys have a partnership, or at least in talks with Riot Gaming and some of the other esports. Just to share a little bit about myself, I actually have very, very extensive esports experience, and on the professional scene as well. Just have a long history of being involved in it. Kind of a little flex here. Been invited to private parties at Blizzard. I ran some of their tournaments, over 200 tournaments, and streaming them, getting announcers, like that whole thing. And then, Riot Games, I met them here at a convention and they invited me. I didn't take them up on the offer, and I'm always kicking myself over it, to go to their headquarters and hang out there. I was also involved with a project called Open Raid for World of Warcraft, and they wanted to try and bring that over to League of Legends players. It didn't end up working out, but just like that whole experience, that whole world is just on like a whole nother level. And especially, it has a lot of, a pretty bad reputation currently, Blizzard. But in terms of being some of the most friendly and welcoming people, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and Heroes of the Storm ran a bunch of their tournaments, just really open and very welcoming to everyone. World of Warcraft wasn't as much so. I think there's just a lot of bigger heads in that scene, and so they weren't as friendly. Um, but yeah, it's just good to hear you guys are making those kind of connections. And I think that'll go really far. And especially since when we were running those tournaments, for us, uh, prizes and monetary things, tournament winnings, especially when you're in the community realm and you haven't reached the upper echelons where you have like official backing, it can be very, very difficult to get finance, to get prizes. Um, and we had people who were who scammed. It's just a problem in that space. And something like cryptocurrency is, great for that aspect, and the fact that you can see where the money's going. We had issues with people trying to be on two teams to try and win a tournament by, manipulating it and things of that nature. We would run promotions. We had one company that was giving us $1 for every time someone went to the website. They would give $1 prize money, but then we would have, people, botting that and messing that up. And so having a cryptocurrency where everything's public and you see where things are going, and here we have people trying to uh, hide where the money's going and try and not, or do smoke and mirrors about what's really going on, and then it just all comes out of, oh look, this wallet's sending funds to this wallet, and what's that about, and what's really the connection and relationship there. So anyway, I just wanted to share my experiences in the esports, and definitely encourage you guys to continue down that lane. In terms of my connections, like I've been out of the scene for like 2 years now. This was like before COVID, so even longer. And Blizzard fired, unfortunately, so many really good people, so they're no longer working there. But yeah, if anyone ever has any questions about experiences in that space, I'd be happy to answer.
Hey, that's fantastic. Actually, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and the industry. Uh, I'd love to connect, and I think Clay would as well. So I'm speaking for him without him saying anything. And yeah, that is a big thing that we want to bring traditional gamers over for that reason, but we need to make them feel safe in crypto. You know what I mean? It's a space that everyone's a little skeptical about, and all of us are probably looking at current market conditions like, oh, this sucks. You know, it is what it is. You have to get used to that. Um, but yeah, our partner Versus, they're not just Riot, they're also Ubisoft and also Electronic Arts. So EA, Ubisoft, and Riot. I would love, please hit Clay and I in the DMs, Hank the Crank. Love to talk a little bit further on your experience in that industry as we build out our own team.
Yeah, I mean, I still have quite of the people following me on Twitter on my esports account. You know, my favorite day was when Dustin Bauer followed me. He's, for some of you who don't know, he's a big guy behind StarCraft. Okay, so I'm seeing some hearts. Yeah, and I definitely did like a huge nerd squeal that day, just him following me. And what my husband and I made was a stop and go animation of Raynor and Nova fighting, and Nova triple tapping Raynor and killing him. So he was pretty impressed with that and started following me soon after I had posted that. But yeah, just like I said, the it's sad what's currently happening with them PR wise, and there's a lot of really good people that were not involved in that and were not affected by that. And I know a lot of women who worked at Blizzard who had both good and bad experiences. So it is what it is. That's just how the world is that we live in today. But yeah, anything that I can help with or making connections, I'll try and do that. Um, I will say that I do miss their promotion items and gift boxes. It's all, the space doesn't pay. Like, I'll just be frank. They don't give you much, but it was fun, at least as a hobby, and getting stuff in the mail, and getting the codes or free stuff, or they send you birthday gifts and stuff like that. Or I have a sweater with my gamer tag on it. So you're not going to make any money, but it is a lot of fun, at least.
Definitely hit me up, because I have some ideas. Like, we definitely need to talk. If we haven't done anything on the Blizzard side of the house yet, but I used to be heavily involved in Overwatch, so I would love to have a chat. Definitely, let's chat.
All right, it's good.
I agree. I'm full in on that as well. Hey, welcome, Alpal.
So, Tim, were you gonna say something, buddy?
No, I don't feel good. I'm just here to listen.
Oh no, feel better.
Like, I wanted to laugh at that, but then you don't feel good, so now I feel bad about wanting to do that.
How's everybody else doing this evening?
Come on, we got Alpal, we got Access, Arcadian. Now we have Alpal and Access, who are current community DAO governors for Harmony blockchain. Are you going to step up and say anything, or are you just going to hide there quietly? I don't know if blue hearts mean nope, not coming up, love you all, or nope, sorry, not going to say a thing. Okay, I see deuces too, Alpal. Deuces.
Does anybody have any other questions about anything that we talked about here tonight, or anything about the project at all? Like, is there anything that we didn't cover that people would like to know about?
And on top of that, anyone new here, any questions that you might have just in entirety about Cerebral Gaming and what we're building out with our esports brand? Any questions? Feel free, step up and ask. If not, I'd say we could probably wrap this up. It's been about just over 2 hours now. What do you think, Clay?
Yeah, man, I think we can wrap it up here. And the space has been recorded, so we should be able to like post this to our YouTube channel afterwards and get more views that way, because we talked about a lot of really great things here tonight, and I'm super excited to share a lot of this with the community.
Yeah, I agree. We'll go ahead and post this to YouTube. It'll also be available on our Discord. And I'm going to be working on writing up a Medium post, everything that we've been working on, so the community can read that as well. Our future token launch, our tokenomics, uh, the full vision of our product, and what Cerebral Gaming is doing. And also, I'm really excited this weekend for those that just joined. Clay and I had a great meeting with our devs, and we're pushing ahead a lot quicker than we expected. So, love to write up more about that. And I hope you all read it, check it out, share with friends. If you're not in our Discord, check out cerebralgaming.org. We did revamp the website a little bit tonight, but it's still not near where we want it. It'll be in a lot better shape. Just give it like a month and a half. It's maybe 2 months, and you're going to see an entirely new experience. It's going to be super exciting. We're waiting to, like Clay said earlier, for new users. We're waiting until our full product's actually built out so we can integrate it to the website, because it's not worth spending the money right now to do our website and what we're already spending on devs for our backend until we can have it all put together. But go there, you can meet the team, you can see who we are. My ugly mug's up there. My name's Nick, Business Time. So you can see my ugly mug up there. You can see Clay's ugly mug and his beautiful wife to the side. Sorry, Clay, I had to say that. Just be nice. And then our bald friend, Kuba, he's a good looking dude too. I can't hate on him. He's just on vacation, otherwise he'd be joining us. We really support the community support. And thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. And we look to build great things, and we're hoping to bring a lot of people to the Harmony blockchain. Like, that's really important to us. And bridging that gap from traditional gaming into crypto. So we're here for all of you guys. Any questions, join our Discord. All of our links are on our website as well. Come, join, email us. Our emails are live on our website as well. So you email us. Doesn't matter. Whatever you want.
So what are we playing tonight?
I want to play some Apex, but I gotta get Clay's wife's permission to maybe play some Apex. Clay, what do you think about that?
Yo, hang on, man. I'm on speakerphone right now.
Oh shoot.
Yo,
Taylor, I love you. I didn't mean it.
You trying to get me beat or something? Like, what's going on here?
Come on, Taylor. I'm so sorry. I love you, Taylor. But hey, some team building would be fun. Let's do some team building exercises. Let's get a championship
Discord,
squad together.
How do we what do we do for, is there, wait, it's cross platform. Yeah, totally. Let's I'm on. Where do we put our tags or whatever in our account info?
Meet me on Discord. If
Okay.
Clay can't play, I'm down to play.
All right.
I've got too much to work on tonight, guys, but I wish I could.
Actually, I kind of have some work to do with you too, Clay, don't I?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, John, hit me on Discord. It's business time. BIZNUSTIME.
Yeah, just post when you guys are free or when you're normally free.
That works. But anyway, guys, I just want to say thank you to everyone that showed up tonight. It's been amazing. I plan to, as the marketing lead over here at Cerebral Gaming, I would like to start hosting this at least every 2 weeks. And we're also going to be doing a lot of AMAs with all of our GameFi partners. So thank you for showing up. We do have, please note this, we do have it's noon tomorrow, Central Standard Time. So what is that? 10 Pacific Standard Time. And Central European Time, what is that? 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Central European Time tomorrow. We will be hosting, Clay, help me here. I have so much going through my brain right now. Rocket Monsters tomorrow. They're going to have their mint live for their NFTs and their project on Friday. And they are a semi-official announced partnership.
Yeah, they're also going to be on Tim and Jim's space tomorrow evening.
Yes, tomorrow night they will be on Harmony Hangouts with Tim and Jim as well. So if you guys have time in your day, everyone has work and so many obligations, but please check out around noon in our Discord tomorrow, Central Standard Time. We'll be hosting Rocket Monsters. And then, as said, they will also be on Harmony Hangouts with Tim and Jim tomorrow night. So that's fantastic. Another partnership. And I apologize, guys. We have so many partnerships, so many people reaching out to us that it's so hard to keep up with what we're doing. And we're trying to vet projects and meet these people first before we promote or endorse. So please give us a little time on that. But be there tomorrow, noon Central, for Rocket Monsters on our Discord, and then go from there. And we have a lot more partnership announcements coming with our token launch and our launch pad in the next week. So be there, pay attention. We're really excited to bring and build something with all of you. And just truly thank you for being a part of this tonight.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks for hosting.
Thanks so much for coming.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.